Have you ever felt someone's eyes on you and known instinctively that it meant something? Maybe it was across a crowded room, maybe just in passing, but there was a moment where her eyes met yours and something unspoken happened. You paused, even if just for a second, and somewhere deep inside a part of you whispered, "That wasn't just a glance." See, eye contact isn't just about seeing, it's about being seen. It's one of the most powerful ways we communicate without ever saying a word. And when a woman looks at you a certain way, trust me, it's rarely by accident. Behind that gaze might be curiosity, or interest, or even a quiet challenge, waiting to see if you'll notice. The truth is, most of us miss these signals because we were never taught to look for them. We were told to listen to words, not to read silence, but body language, especially through the eyes, can tell you things no conversation ever could. It's subtle, yes, but it's real. And if you know what to watch for, you might start seeing connection where you once saw nothing. In today's video, we're diving into 6 distinct ways women use eye contact, 6 moments where her gaze could be saying far more than her voice ever would. So if you've ever caught a look that left you wondering, if you've ever felt something spark in that brief silence between two people, stay with me. Because by the end of this video, you won't just notice those looks. You'll know exactly what they're trying to tell you. Have you ever been in a crowded room and suddenly everything else just fades? It starts when your eyes meet hers, just for a moment. But unlike the usual quick glances we exchange with strangers, this one lingers. She doesn't look away. Not immediately, not like she's supposed to. Her gaze holds, slow, steady, intentional. And in that pause, barely a few seconds, something silent but powerful is happening. It's not just politeness, it's not about manners. It's her way of saying, "I see you and I want to see if you see me too." This kind of eye contact isn't accidental, it's deliberate. It's a quiet test of chemistry, of curiosity, and sometimes of courage. Because in a world full of noise, full of distractions, locking eyes is one of the most honest things two people can do. Think about it. When was the last time someone really looked at you without rushing, without fear, without looking away? The lingering gaze is subtle, but it's bold. It means she's willing to risk being seen, maybe even understood. And if you want to meet her halfway, here's the key. Hold her gaze just a little longer than feels comfortable. Not too much, just enough to say, "I noticed. I'm here too." That's where it begins. Not with words, not with moves, but with presence. Sometimes, the start of something meaningful begins in silence and in the courage to look back. You ever catch someone looking at you, not just in the eyes, but all over? Not in a creepy way, not disrespectful, but in a slow, thoughtful scan, from your face, down your frame, and then back up again. It's subtle, but it's telling. That's what we call the up and down look, and it speaks volumes. See, this isn't just about attraction in the surface level sense. She's not just admiring your jawline or the way your shirt fits. She's reading something deeper, how you carry yourself, your posture, your presence, your energy. It's almost like she's checking for clues. Are you confident without being arrogant? Do you take care of yourself? Is there something solid beneath the surface? Because whether we admit it or not, we're all making silent evaluations. And this kind of glance, it often means she's curious, not just about how you look, but about who you are. Here's a little truth most people overlook. Attraction isn't just about looks, it's about how your presence makes someone feel. So, when you notice this type of look, don't just assume it's shallow. It might be the beginning of genuine interest. A quiet question that her eyes are asking, is there more to him than meets the eye? And maybe the best way to answer is simply to stand tall, stay open, and let her find out. You've seen this one before, even if you didn't realize it at the time. It's that moment when she looks at you just for a split second, then quickly turns her gaze away. Maybe she tucks a strand of hair behind her ear. Maybe she pretends to be focused on something else, but then, there it is, that smile, not a big obvious grin, just a subtle knowing curve of the lips, playful, quiet, warm. This isn't about bold flirting or dramatic gestures. It's about energy, light, fun, and just a little bit daring. She's not making the first move in a loud way. She's inviting you into a moment, testing to see if you're tuned in enough to notice. Because here's the thing, in a world where so much of our attention is pulled away by screens, noise, distractions, these tiny human moments are rare. And they mean something. Her glance is a question. Are you paying attention? Will you meet me halfway? The best way to respond isn't with words, it's with presence. Return the glance. Offer a small, genuine smile of your own. Nothing forced. Nothing overplayed. That shared moment, however brief, creates connection. It says, I see you too, and sometimes that's all it takes to begin something unexpected. There are looks, and then there are moments that stop time. It usually happens when everything else fades into the background. No noise, no phones, no distractions. Just her and you. And then she looks at you, not quickly, not casually, but deeply, like she's searching for something behind your eyes, and for a second it feels like she's reading your mind, or maybe reaching for something you didn't even know you were showing. This is the soul-searching stare, and it's one of the most powerful forms of silent connection, because in that moment, she's not playing games. There's no mask, no performance, just presence, just honesty. And let's be real, vulnerability is rare these days. We've all been taught to guard ourselves. But this kind of gaze, it's raw, it's open. It says, I'm here, all of me. Can you meet me in this space? There's often a quiet charge in the air when this happens. Sometimes it's emotional, sometimes it's deeply intimate, even electric, but it's never meaningless. And the worst thing you can do in that moment, break the gaze, look away. Because what she's offering isn't just attention, it's connection, so hold it. Let the silence speak. Let the chemistry rise, not by force, but by trusting the moment. Because when someone looks at you like they're trying to see your soul, maybe it's worth letting them. Sometimes the most telling looks aren't direct at all. You're in a room, maybe at a gathering, a cafe, or even at work, and you feel it. That quiet flicker of attention. She's not looking straight at you, no. In fact, she's trying not to. Her eyes slide over from the side, just for a second. Then she quickly pretends to focus on her phone, or laughs at something her friend said. But if you're paying attention, you'll notice it happens more than once. This is what we call the sideways glance, and it's beautifully subtle. It's not a bold move. It's not meant to command the room. It's curiosity wrapped in caution, a little signal that says, I see you, I'm interested, but I'm not sure if I should show it yet. Often this look comes with other subtle gestures. She might tuck her hair behind her ear, shift her posture slightly toward you, even mirror some of your movements without realizing it. All of it adds up to this. She's intrigued, but she's also protecting her own vulnerability. So rather than going all in, she's offering a soft maybe, a chance for you to notice and decide whether to respond. And here's how you should. Don't stare. Don't make it awkward. Just catch her eye, briefly, and give a calm, confident smile. That's it. Because sometimes, and it's the gentlest exchanges that carry the most meaning. The ones where neither person says a word, but both walk away knowing something just happened. Every once in a while, you'll experience a look that doesn't just grab your attention, it holds it. This isn't a glance. It's not playful. It's not subtle. It's direct, unwavering. Eyes locked on yours, like there's no one else. In the room. And in that moment, there's no confusion, no second guessing. Her look says it all. I want you. And I want you to know it. It's bold, it's confident, and yes, it's charged. Not in a reckless way, not lust without meaning, but in a way that says she's decided. She's not fishing for your attention. She's already chosen to give you hers. Now here's the thing, when you receive a look like this, you have a choice. You can shrink back, look away, pretend you didn't notice. Or you can meet her in that same energy, with presence and clarity of your own, because that kind of look is not just about desire, it's about invitation. An invitation to step forward, to respond, to show that you're not just a passive observer in this story. You're willing to take a role in it. So speak, walk over, ask a real question. Or maybe, if the timing's right, don't say anything at all. Let the energy between you say enough. But whatever you do, Don't hesitate, because confidence isn't about having all the right words. Sometimes it's just about showing up when the moment calls you. In a world full of noise, words are easy to come by, but eye contact, that's different. It's quiet, honest, and sometimes it speaks louder than anything we could ever say. When someone looks at you a certain way, lingers a little longer, or lets their gaze soften, it's not just a moment, it's a message, a spark, a glimpse into something real. So if you've experienced one of these looks, whether it was across a room during a late-night conversation or just walking down the street, you've been noticed. And that means something. Don't brush it off. Because these moments, they're easy to miss but hard to replace. They remind us that connection doesn't always come from grand gestures. It often begins with something as simple and as powerful as a look. So here's your invitation to stay open, stay aware, stay curious about the people who cross your path and the stories they might be trying to tell without words. And if any of this resonated with you, if you felt that pull, that glance, that silent moment of maybe, drop the word noticed in the comments. Let's talk about it. Because recognizing these small signs might just lead you to something big. And if you're someone who's fascinated by human connection, the body language behind love, attraction, and vulnerability, make sure to hit subscribe. There's so much more to see if you know how to look.